last night, we heard the club's appealing that. How important is he coming down against Perth?
Yeah, obviously Harry's a big loss. Obviously he scored 10 goals for us and he's got a fair few assists, and you can just see the quality all round. And I didn't see this incident what happened at half time, but I know the club's going to appeal it and hopefully get consistency through the decision.
When you say consistency, is that alluding to what's happened with Berisha get off? Do you think therefore there's a bit of a chance that something will happen to Harry?
I'm just talking in general, obviously I didn't see the situation, I didn't see the Berisha situation, so I can't really comment on that, but what's happened, and we can only looking forward to Sunday.
Been a disappointing last 2 weeks, I guess. You hit the top of the table. I mean, you've had experience there with your, time at Brisbane. From your experiences, what would you say, to the group? What needs to be done now? What do you need to focus on?
I think obviously, it is disappointing. We had it in our hands and we lost it in the last 2 games, but we all went back and looked at ourselves, and obviously when things don't go right, you have to go back to effort, and if everyone's putting in effort, there's no reason, and we're going to give it everything we can, and I'm pretty sure that come Sunday, we'll win.
Nick touched on Gavillo before. Obviously, it's a big loss. You've been part of that attacking third. What do you miss with Harry out of the side?
Yeah, he just adds that different dimension. He's very hard to defend. You don't really know what he's gonna bring. His quality is, we're not denying that, but we have players that can come in and do the job. We saw Marino come off the bench and score against Perth only a couple of weeks ago. But it's a finals game. It's a different kind of game. It's not a normal game with points on the line. There's a lot on the line. So we know that we just have to go out there, no matter who takes the field, that we're going to be ready for the game.
You've shown some good form, since coming into the team. But do you feel that with Harry out now, you really need to step up even more?
Yeah, well, definitely. I think every week it doesn't matter who's starting. I need to step up. It's a big club. It's a vital part of the season. So that won't make any difference to me.
The difference between playing Perth Glory away and at home, I'm sensitive you might have dodged a bullet with that one.
It is what it is, obviously it's better to play them at home in front of our fans, and I think this is the club's first home final, so obviously it's good, but playing Perth we don't have the best record there, but we were confident in ourselves that we could have gone there and won. It's finals football now, and one game you lose, you're out, so we back our own ability, and we said it from the start, we're here to win, and nothing's changed.
Were you surprised by the result of their last match? The score being sort of 2-0?
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise because they've been in red hot form, and Sydney's not a bad team. Obviously, their run of results haven't been great, but they're still a very good team. They've got a lot of quality players, and I think Castro's a big player for Perth, so I hear that he's back this week and he's a great player. So he's a big loss to them if he doesn't play.
Do you see that momentum is sort of a big thing at this end of the season? So having sort of a big loss, it's sort of hard to come back?
I think at the end of the day, going to finals football, and it's where everyone wants to be. So it's a new mindset. It's like a new little season starting. So I don't think momentum means anything. Obviously, it's good to have it, but obviously we lost last 2, and it's better to get the losses out of the way in the season before it comes to finals.
You've seen a number of formation changes throughout the season. With Harry out now, it probably holds you in good stead, but can you see another potential formation change going into Sunday?
I'm not too sure. I think that's up to the gaffer to decide, but whatever it is, we're players and we need to adapt to it, and obviously Harry's out, but that's a great opportunity for another player to come in and really make a claim for his position.
You played plenty of finals at other clubs. What's it like? It's something we're used to as far as Australia and other codes with football. Is it sort of like a cut tie but different? Can you talk us through the mindset, or it changes anything from your normal league game?
Yeah, obviously this is there's no second chances. So if you make a mistake here, you're straight out. And yeah, it is a bit different to a league game, because in a league game you might have next week, but here you don't have next week. It's all what happens this Sunday, and we have to go in the game, and we know we have to walk off that pitch, no excuses, that everyone's given 100%, and if we lost to the better team on the day, so be it, but I know if everyone gives 100%, we'll win it.
What did you learn from your match playing against them the loss 2 weeks ago?
I think they're a very physical team, and they try to get on top of you early. in terms of that physicality, and I think we found away from home that we were a bit slow out of the blocks, and I think definitely this week we'll be ready for that. So we'll be coming out strong and fighting from the first whistle. But like Chich said before, they've got very good players. Castro's coming back, so we need to be wary of that. And Keogh up front is in form as well, so we'll be wary of their good players.
And we've got a good record at home, but I'm guessing that you really want all your fans to all turn up and make it sort of more of a cauldron.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously fans really become a 12th man at home games, and it's important to get as many there as possible. And against Adelaide, I think we've got over 11,000, and hopefully we can get a lot more this weekend because it'll be exciting. And I think it's an exciting time for the club with their first home final.
Aside from last week, what have you made of Perth's resurgence? What have you sort of put it down to? They probably only analyse me not all the time, but what do you put that down to?
I think personally, everyone thought that they were that kind of team. It just took them a while to find the form, and I'm sure like Perth travelling every second week would be hard for them. It's a tough place to go to, so I can only imagine Perth travelling would be difficult for them. But you can just tell their foreign players are starting to click together, and we're going to have to be wary of that as well, because like I said, Keogh's in great form. He's been scoring nearly every week, and Castro coming back in adds another dimension to the team, which they definitely suffered from last week.
You're both high-scoring teams. Do you expect a shootout, or do you think you can...
It's weird because going into finals, everyone sees our goals for, and it's very high. But finals football, it's usually only a goal that separates the two teams. You know, everyone takes a more cautious approach. So it'll be good for a neutral if there's a lot of goals. But as defenders, I like to keep nil at the back, and hopefully I'll take a 1-0 win.
I'd imagine the instruction from the coaches aren't all that different, but is it just a subconscious thing with the players in terms of that they are a little bit more cagey? Or?
I think it's a battle of the two teams. No one wants to make that mistake because that first mistake can be costly. So yeah, it isn't a different mindset because it's another game. That's how you approach it. But it's just interesting because you expect a high-scoring match, but it doesn't always happen in finals football. It's always, if you look over besides I think last year, it's always been 1-0, 2-1. So it's a very close affair.